Special guests. This is Cody Simpson and the Tide.
Hey,
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. You guys have a new EP out. Just came out in September. It's called Wave One.
Yeah.
You're gonna do, I think, 3 songs from that EP for us today.
Yes, sir.
Let's start out with some music. Tell me a little bit about the first song you're gonna do for us.
This first song we're gonna do is called Ramona, and
That's me. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That's all right.
That's me listening to myself.
Checking
I do
if the
that.
sounds-
You know,
Checking if the
I have
sounds
to
all
make
good.
sure that I sound good.
You
know what I
sound
mean?
great, mate.
Yeah.
You
All right,
sound
thanks.
great.
voice of an angel.
This first song we wrote in Venice on my rooftop, and it's called Ramona.
Cool.
One, two, three. Everybody know what I'm talking about. I get up and jam soon as the sun come out. Mama said I should get a job one day, but I won't have it any other way. Yeah, come on, Ramona, Ramona, meet me on the west side, babe. Ooh, I know you wanna, where the birds they sing your name. Somebody put a guitar in my hands, 'cause I'ma play all day till the sun's shining. Blood on my hands because I played too hard. I'd go to the doctor, but I don't have a car. Ramona, Ramona, I put your hands to the sun. Ooh, I know you wanna wave them around to everyone. Good love is such a good thing going when it's given to you. We could look at the horizon like we have a clue, when every single damn person saying we're too young. Put your hands to the sun. Ooh, 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 Ramona, Ramona, won't you bathe on my roof? We'll get to the kingdom once we find the truth. When every single damn person say we're too young, put your hands to the sun. Break it down a little for me. Come on, now, now, now. Keep it down a little bit. uncivilized island. Eclipse Most of the Sunset Strip now underwater. I urge you to see it only as it is, baby. Ramona, we can do it in the sun. Put your, we can do it in the sun. Yeah. All right.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That is a great opener, man.
Thank you very much. It's fun to play.
So I want to ask you about this this record that you just put out. It's an EP.
Yeah.
And I was thinking back to your last record, which was called Free.
Yeah.
Came out a couple years ago, and that was your first record on your own label. You had kind of broken with the major that you had been with, and it seemed sort of like a new beginning.
Yeah. Felt that way.
And so this record feels sort of like chapter 2 in that kind of story, but it's called Wave 1. So
Right.
I was wondering sort of how those kind of things come together for you.
Right. I see Free as a kind of a transitional piece in my, a kind of a stepping stone along my journey, along my river.
Yeah.
This being, I feel like a new chapter, and obviously because it is the first release that we've done as a trio as a band, as the Tide. It's quite a nice. We thought it would only be appropriate to call it Wave 1, in hopes that there will be more waves following.
Right now there has to be. If you call it
there has
Wave
to
1,
be,
then there has to be Wave 2.
which we're working on. But it really feels like quite a new chapter and a very fresh kind of not a start, because I love everything I've done since I was young, and I think it's all been just a wonderful unfolding and journey so far into gaining experience, improving as a musician, growing up as a person. Like my teenage years were very unique and interesting, and I'm almost 21 and I've met these two amazing guys, and we just want to jam. So
yeah. Had you guys played a lot before you became the Tide?
We kind of did. I guess like Adrian and Cody have been playing for a little bit, and then I kind of joined along, and we were playing, I guess, like pre the Tide period. But yeah, we were jamming for like a year before.
Yeah,
it's like officially Cody Simpson and the Tide.
And was that sort of like the plan, or was it sort of like a light went off, like we should be a unit?
go ahead, man.
We started playing for a while, and then we just decided to be, hey, let's play, let's put a band together. So we just
it felt right.
It just
as
happened.
A trio. Like I kind of pissed off for a bit down into Venice Beach, and I was like kind of just surfing, doing a lot of writing, a lot of reading, and had all these kinds of song ideas I wanted to bring together, but I thought that they would only make sense as what this is now, and to be brought to life by guys as great as Reef and Adrian here, and the whole Tide project. It's a very it's a very special thing to me, and it's very sacred to me, and I'm really happy to be doing it with these boys.
Cool. Let me just ask you, in terms of your playing, you came up, you're sort of from Australia, you live in California now.
Yeah.
And you obviously have what looks like kind of like a blues-rooted kind of guitar style. Who were, like, when you were growing up, who were the guitar players that you emulated?
I grew up playing majority rhythm guitar, so I was grew up learning. You're just like
Yeah, there is definitely an Elvis
that type of
streak
thing,
in this.
which my dad would give me. All those songs, and I said that was like the first kinds of songs I learnt was rhythm and blues, country songs like Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, and things. And but I only played rhythm, and obviously growing up in pop music as a teenager, it's like it sort of only lent itself to be a rhythm. I didn't have a chance to do anything else.
Right.
And so I started playing lead when I was around 17, which was only sort of close to 4 years ago, and just got really into a lot of blues, surf music, psychedelic music, rock and roll, broadening the range of kind of artists I was listening to, and obviously
all the greats and blues guitarists.
Did you have someone with you who was sort of, like a guitar mentor almost, or were you picking up these riffs and certain licks, like just on what
I was
you heard?
like teaching myself how to play like Hendrix riffs, but like on acoustic because that was all I had.
Yeah.
So I was just playing like shitty versions of Hendrix on acoustic, and then like ended up getting electric and getting deeper into it. But yeah. No, I still love to play the acoustic, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, you play the acoustic almost sort of like an electric in the sense that like the solos you were doing in the song seem to have like a rooting in like Hendrix
blues,
or Stevie Ray Vaughan or
we like to. That's kind of actually what we first started doing together as a trio was blues. We were doing playing like slow blues and like doing like all just kinds of stuff like that, and that's how we first like started bonding like as musicians was through that, through the blues and then obviously developed our sound later. But yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna do a couple more for us from Wave 1. Tell me a little bit about this next one.
This is called "Waiting for the Tide." It's the first track off the thing. It was one of the first ones that we did together.
This is obviously about you guys,
Waiting
right?
for the Tide, yeah.
He's
We
just
put it
been
out.
waiting.
We put it.
for us, bro.
We put it
Yeah.
track 1 because people had literally been like waiting for the tide. But no, it stemmed from a poem actually that I wrote. The lyrics are actually the poem, sort of in its almost pure form, about ocean conservation and sea level rise. But it's a nice kind of started out as an acoustic track, so we're going to play it the way that we wrote it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody's waiting for the moment to arrive. I will clear my vision, see the water on the rise. The wave is beginning. Will we make it out alive? Feet are stuck in quicksand, and we're running out of time. I'm just out here waiting for the tide. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Point your guns at people, pointing theirs down at the ground. There's no revelation without the silence of the sound. All your meditations, like a diver heading down into the kingdom where nobody wear the crown. Can't you see the waters on the rise? I'm just out here waiting for the tide. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I said, nah, I'm just out here sitting out here waiting for the tide. I'm just out here sitting out here waiting for the tide. Can't you see the water on the rise? Waiting for the tide, waiting for the. I'm just out here sitting out here waiting for the tide. I'm just out here sitting out here waiting for the tide. Can't you see the water on the rise? Waiting for the tide, waiting for, babe. I'm waiting for waiting for the tide. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Popping off.
Since you told me what that song is about, now I'm kind of scared by that song, but it sounds so nice and, you know.
Medicine in the candy, mate. That's the formula. You know, that's what we try to do. We're gonna talk about things that are actually really going on, and making people aware of them, but making them want to listen to it too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And that brings me around to this record, Wave 1. So, it is, like, as you said, I mean, in a way, it's kind of like the second chapter of this thing you started and with your first independent record, last one.
Yeah.
But it is a different sounding record. I mean, when I was listening to it, there's more rock and roll on this record. Sounds like, you're known, especially on the last record, Free, there was a real sort of like a reggae kind of a sound, it was a little lighter. This record feels a little heavier. Is that something that you were going for?
For sure. I think it lent itself towards heavier elements, heavier sounds, a heavier kind of sonic landscape, because we obviously wanted to make sure that it was uplifting and kind of mystical and, even sensual in a way, but also talking about environmentalism, rebellion, things like that, things that are a little bit heavier but need to be spoken on, and the music can't help but reflecting some of the lyrical content.
Do you find, so when you're writing songs in general, do the words and the themes that you want to get out and the music always sort of go hand in hand? Do they seem to kind of go off each other?
Yeah, when we do it right.
Yeah.
And I feel like all the stuff that, at least these 4 songs, and then some of the singles and some of the other, the stuff we're working on for the next wave of music, we usually always end up going with the stuff that's like the easiest to put together, because, the stuff that happens in that state of flow, for all of us. Because if you're trying to work at it too hard and you're trying to put too much effort in, oftentimes it can come out a bit, it can sound that way. It can be very transparent as opposed to free-flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do these songs on this one? There are some real like riffs that start off some of these songs. Do you typically do you often start with a riff and go from there, like as it sort of plays out?
I like song. I've always grown up liking songs that start with a riff that I always try to write songs that, or at least I think what we're trying to go for is making sure people can recognize what's playing within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Why is that?
Well, I think the immediate, the immediate recognition of a song is important, as opposed to, if you're playing it for somebody, for them to be able to know the way it begins. I think it's always important to begin in a memorable way, and I think a riff is a excellent way to do that.
Yeah, cool. So were these riffs that you had been sort of rattling around for a while, or do they kind of come to you at the moment and you build from there?
Oftentimes I'll start with the riff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen that way. There's a lot of ways that we do it. Sometimes Reef will have a line, or Adrian produces all the stuff. So sometimes he'll have some production or a beat or something, or I'll come in with just lyrics or a poem on a piece of paper, and we'll go from there. So all kinds of ways we do it.
Yeah, cool. So it's a partnership.
It's a collective collaboration. That's why we're all here, doing it together.
Definitely.
Yeah, cool, man. So we're gonna do one more from Wave 1. Tell me a little bit about this last song.
This song was actually probably the very first one that we cut. That we had together, along with Waiting for the Tide, and it's track 2 on Wave 1. It's called Sun Go Down.
All right, cool.
Walk with me to where the mountains hit the sea. Let the moment take you over. We'll take you where you wanna be. Good if you wanna trust me, I can set you free. And if you wanna love me, babe, keep your eye on me. I said, feel your body moving to the sound of the drum beat. Everybody wanna fall in love while the sun goes down. Sun go down, sun go down while the sun go down, baby. Sun go down while the sun go down. Everybody wanna fall in love, babe. Talk to me and tell me what I wanna hear. Tell me that you'll never leave me, and I will try to ease your spirit. Cause if you wanna trust me, I say I can trust you too. And if you wanna love me, babe, with somebody like you, feel your body moving to the sound of the drum beat now. Everybody wanna fall in love while the sun go down. I said, sun go down while the sun go down. Everybody, sun go down while the sun go down. Sun go down while the sun go down. Everybody wanna fall in love like sun go down, sun go down, sun. I said they go down. Everybody fall in love while the sun go down. While the sun go down. You fall in love while the sun go down. Yeah, baby.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Was that an improvised sunglasses accompaniment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a first.
He's the king of improvised percussion creations.
Yeah, I always love to like call out firsts, you know, that we have
That
here,
was a first.
and that was a first.
One time he played
you.
with flower pots, and this is the first time he's played with sunglasses on a bench.
Do you have?
I do it in
do you
the
travel
studio.
with? Do you travel with flower pots?
No, I don't. That's actually the reason why I love improvising, because I don't like traveling with anything.
Yeah.
I like traveling light. And
So
whatever
just
I
like, were you looking over at the shelf and you saw your sunglasses and you thought, you know what, I'm going to do that, or
Exactly.
or was this in your head already?
No, it wasn't in my head. I just saw it and I was like, oh, those are my sunglasses. And then I went like this.
Yeah.
And the song was like, oh, that has a cool sound. That could work. So
Yeah,
that's what
I
did.
looked over there too, and I also thought those are your sunglasses. But
Yeah.
that's where my thought process stopped.
We do it in the studio a lot. That's what we do.
Sometimes
like, right
he'll
now
show
we're
up.
tracking in. Like I took all my gear to Cody's house, like all my studio gear, and then we're tracking there, and like we're just literally making all the samples with like.
He was
So
like
what's the-
sampling a bunch of stuff from my kitchen.
What's the
and,
weirdest
like,
thing that appears on wave 1 or maybe wave 2?
do we
There
use?
is a basketball that is like a bass drum, like a basketball that is, that I sample it.
Nice.
bouncing in on there. He'll be doing stuff. I'll just like go upstairs, for a while. He'll be like tracking something, like producing something, and I'll come downstairs and he'll be like in my kitchen with some weird like utensils and like with the mic like right up to it, being like, dude, look at this, look at this.
Yeah. Is there anything? Is
It's
there
like I'm
anything
using
that's
it. I mean-
off limits? Like you cannot use my special
Oh,
No.
he lets me use everything.
He's-
My
yeah,
boy.
We're band of brothers, so.
I put a broom one time on the piano. I was striking piano.
Yeah.
Put a broom because it was a cool sound.
Playing
So
piano
like
with a
that,
broom,
and all
yeah.
these guys are the same. You know, they're crazy.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. I love like the camaraderie. It's a good look for you guys.
Thanks, bro.
We're out here.
So this is Cody Simpson and the Tide. They got a new EP out. It's called Wave One. Just came out in September, and it's really good. Everyone should pick that up. CodySimpson.com is where you can hear some of it. I'm not sure about tour dates. I don't know. That's usually where I go to next. You can tell me.
Let us know where you'd like us to come, and we'll try to be there.
All right. Well, we're here every day, so if you want to just do like a residency
Or we just
or
start
something.
doing-
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
would love to, man.
Pace
I love the vibe.
residencies.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Make the move
We
to
have
New York
like
official.
all the goldfish that you can eat. over
Oh,
there.
the
yeah.
goldfish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been joking about moving to New York anyway, so see.
All right. Well, maybe it's getting cold. I don't know if you're. Are you a cold? I mean, you're Australian and Southern Californian. Can you handle cold weather?
I can, yeah. Actually, but I mean, I didn't see snow till I was 14 or something, so
Yeah.
it took me a while to get used.
What'd you
to
make of it when you?
Pardon?
Do you look
It was
forward?
a
to
miracle, man. I'd never seen it before. It was great. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Cool. That we got off on an aside. This still is Cody Simpson and the Tide. Guys, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
Pace
for
and
having
playing
us,
in
and
our
appreciate
library
you
today.
having us.
And come back anytime to play again for us. Maybe tomorrow.
Would love to.
We would love to.
We'll be back next time we're in the city. We'll come back.
All right, cool, man. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, thank you, man.